Oh, here we are. Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live. It's Wednesday night. I'm feeling all right. 9 o'clock sharp. It's actually like 9:03, isn't it? I did a decent job getting here on time. I was a little late because I was having a late dinner and I was watching Community. I think it was around mid-season 1 where Jack Black cameos in an episode. Very fun episode. That show is so good. One of my favorites. Anyway, I was watching it with my daughter. We were laughing our asses off. Hope you guys are having a good night. Probably should get the glasses on because I can't see worth shit. We didn't do this last week. These are really dirty. Fun fact, I went live last Tuesday night with Murr from Impractical Jokers. We had a great time joking around. And I was planning on going live for just the standard kind of Ask Me Anything live stream hangout on Wednesday, and I'm an incompetent idiot, and I did not properly schedule the stream correctly. So 8:45 rolled around, and I came downstairs to get things set up, and then I noticed it said schedule a stream or start a new stream. I didn't save any of the settings that I had put together earlier. That's what you can expect from me. Constant professionalism. Anyway, long story short, the paintball episode of Community is the best. It's a favorite of mine, too. Nick Season says, so stoked to be here. I love the blanket for I love the blanket for episode. I don't think that's what you meant to type, but I understand what you're saying. The blanket episode, the pillow fort episode is great. Yes. Oh, blanket fort is, I'm guessing, what you meant. Hey, Josh Myers, 1324. If you didn't know, all I do on this live stream on Wednesday is I just chat with you guys. Super chats are always appreciated, and of course they get priority over the regular common peasant chats, but I read as many as I can, and I converse, and I answer questions that you have to the best of my ability. There's not much coming out this week for movies, so if you guys have a suggestion, I was thinking of going to, what is it? Wuthering Heights? Is that how you say it? Wuthering Heights? It came out last week. I didn't have a chance to go, and some people were upset that I didn't review it. So I might go to that tomorrow night. Otherwise, there's just really not much else worth wasting my time to go see in theaters. Maybe I'll find something at home to watch. Of course, I will have a brand new Star Trek recap for Starfleet Academy. That comes out tomorrow, episode 7. I plan on watching that in the morning, preparing the script. And you should know, this is being streamed on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. Rumble is not popular for me. However, those guys have been very good to me, and they are giving me a very awesome ad read that I can do on every live stream I go live. And I make a small little chunk of change, which is really helpful for my life right now. So if you wouldn't mind, you don't even need to subscribe to me on Rumble, but maybe just keep an eye on things because I go live on there almost every day to do live tapings. And so it's just me fucking up and either reading off my script or freelancing ideas. So if you're interested in behind the scenes kind of stuff, I do that on Rumble at least 3 times a week right now because that ad read is so awesome. And all I need to get is 10 people watching me there. And it's always an uphill battle. It goes from like 8 to 9 constantly, but it's so hard to get that damn 10th, and they know it. But it usually happens. Anyway, I would appreciate it if you don't even need to listen or watch. Just have it running in the background so I can make that 10 threshold and get a nice chunk of change easy. And it's not for anything like sketchy or bad. It's Rumble Wallet or something. It's an internal thing. We do have some super chats coming in. Oh, you know what? One more thing I should promote before I forget. I completely restructured my Patreon. Patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. Completely restructured. There are only 3 tiers now. 3 realistic tiers. I think I kept the unobtainium level, which is like $100 a month, which I do have one person on, which is insane to think. a real legend amongst mortals. But there's a $1 tier, a $5, and a $10, and that's it. And at the $1 tier, so if you're just giving me $1 a month on Patreon because you like my stuff, you get access to a ton of videos. There's like 350 backlog videos that I've made over the course of 12 years or so on my other channel, on this channel, and they're private, so only people that are on Patreon have access, and they're good videos. They're not just garbage stuff. It's like actual movie reviews, a ton of rants, funny stuff like The Cringe, which was a parody show. A lot of stuff you can get for $1. At $5, I feature your names at the end of every video as a supporter of the channel. And at $10, you get all that, plus you get an exclusive video every month. The one that's going out probably tomorrow. No, probably not tomorrow. The one that's going out probably by the weekend will be my epic rant on on roller rinks in 2026, because I just went to one with my family, and holy shit, it is an experience and a half. So if you like my rants and things like that, $10 is the price point for entry. Okay, I think that's all the shilling I have to do on my own behalf, but it's what I have to do right now. I have to move again. That's a big thing I get to bring up. I have to move again because the rental that I'm in right now, for those that don't know, the really quick story, I was in South Carolina for 3 years with my family. We previously lived in Minnesota. We wanted a change of pace. I wanted to be somewhere warm because I hate cold weather. I wanted to be by the ocean. And my family, I was able to convince to go along for that ride. We had a really amazing experience out there for the first year or so. But by that third year, my kids are getting older now. They need a good education. We need good health care. My wife needs that. So we ultimately decided friends, family, everything we need is back north. So we inevitably came back to Minnesota, lost a ton of money moving across the country and back, selling a house, doing all that stuff. But we moved into this place and we got a summer special rate. And I'm not going to give you the numbers, but it went up by $700. That's what they're telling me in January. It's going to go up. Not January. Where are we at? February, March, June. In June, it's going to go up $600, actually closer to $700. So I need to fucking figure things out. And the rental market's terrible, so I'm probably going to somehow have to buy a house. I don't even know at this point how it's possible. But yeah, that's where I'm at in life. It's not good, especially when I got this all set up last year. And I'm actually happy with the setup. I think it looks pretty solid. It's very me. I can obviously try to duplicate it in the new place. Probably won't have the packing blanket wall behind me, but I don't know. We'll see where life takes me. Anyway, all that out of the way. Let's get to some conversation. We got a super chat from Maddie, shot out of a cannon for $9.99. Thank you, Maddie. A few years ago, I was hype for No Way Home, and NWH, of course, short for No Way Home, Spider-Man's new film, and was disappointed in it, and even more disappointed in so many reviews praising it till I came across your review with tears in my eyes. Been watching you ever since. Yeah, I felt the same about No Way Home as I felt about the new Superman. I'm not near as high on either of those films as a lot of my fellow critics are. I don't hate either of them. I just think they were massive letdowns from what the promise was or what I kind of expected from either that series or that director. And yeah, I always strive to just give my honest take, and sometimes it's garbage, and sometimes I think people align with it. Thank you, Maddie, by the way. Thanks, Yak Attack, for 10 powerful super chat dollars. Appreciate all your hard work. Open to bring bribed to do older bad movies. Oh, okay, I see. Open to bring bribe to do older bad movies like I've seen you do before. Not too much newer bad content to get through. So yeah, that was a big thing on Patreon that I got rid of because I couldn't keep up with the amount of requests. And I also was getting some very, very just kind of like out there requests for movies. And I'm guessing it's because nobody else covers them. And so people took that opportunity at that tier level to say, hey, I want you to review this obscure film from 1962. The problem with doing that is it really fucks with the algorithm on YouTube, but it takes too much time and energy for me to like watch the movie, write the script, shoot and edit it. I mean, that's like 5 or 6 hours of time. So even at the like $30 a month tier that people were able to request that, it just wasn't a value proposition for me, and it didn't help my channel. So it's just really hard. And then I have a roast collection of movies to pick from on Letterboxd. The bottom line is I tried different things and I could never keep up with the demand and with my full-time job and with the family stuff and with this show. I was letting people down, including myself. So now I don't really do requests anymore unless you just have a dumb amount of money you are willing to throw at something. I don't feel good about, like offering that as an option anymore. However, that said, we did on this very live stream a couple weeks ago, I put up a goal, and if we hit a certain milestone, I was going to recrap a video, and we did. We got it. I think it was like a $400 milestone, and then I recrapped Star Trek. What was it? Star Trek 4, I think? I don't even remember which one it was anymore, but the full recrap is up on my channel. Whichever one William Shatner directed. Red Russell for $10. Thank you, Russell. Thanks for recrapping Starfleet Academy. I know it's painful. It is painful. Although the last episode was at least an all right one to watch. It's just too bad it was a full hour. G-Bags for $2. Thank you. Thoughts on new Michael and Scream 7 trailers? I did not watch the new Scream 7 trailer. I want to go in fresh. I saw the kind of teaser one. It didn't do much for me, but that might be an okay thing. So I'm going in kind of without that optimism. As far as Michael is concerned, I think the trailers look fucking great. And I made a very bold prediction. Some might say a very stupid prediction when I was on with Sean and Cody on our predictions video that Michael was going to be the highest grossing movie of the year. I believe it's going to go over $2 billion. I might be a fool, but that's just in my balls are telling me that. We got, what was it, Nick Season for $10. Gorgeous. Keep growing that hair out, big dog. I actually I actually need to get a haircut very, very desperately. I'm waiting for the next paycheck to come in. That's how bad it's getting here. I gotta get the funds for the haircut because Connor needs one, Olivia needs new shoes. There's just always bullshit to pay for. Watso for $2. What's your favorite arcade game? Moving sucks. My favorite arcade game? That's different than a video game. An arcade game, I haven't played an arcade game in a million years, but when I was in my youth, in my Optimus Prime, one of my favorites was definitely the X-Men. I think you could do 6 players at a time, and it was the side-scrolling beat 'em up. That's way back in the day. That's 90s. I also really liked Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or any of that series. The first 2 especially. Really like those arcade games. I really like the Versus Fighters, especially back in the day when the winner kept playing, and I was okay at holding my own in like Mortal Kombat 2. Not so much Street Fighter. Those people were too good. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Miss Pac-Man. If there's a Miss Pac-Man machine, or is it Mrs. Pac-Man? I guess she gets married at some point in the game. I just can't remember if it's Mrs. Pac. I think it's just Miss Pac-Man. I will play the shit out of that arcade, and I will go for the high score. I'm pretty good. Although it's been many years since I played it last. We have a $2 super from Rob. Thank you. Review Cold Storage. Maya Hawk isn't in it. Maybe I'll put out, how about this? I'll put out a poll maybe after this live stream is done, And I'll put out the new movies that are out that I haven't covered yet, and people can vote on which one they want me to review. Because I know Cold Storage is out. I didn't watch that. There's that Wuthering Heights movie, and I think something else comes out tomorrow that I have no interest in. But I might go and watch something. We got snow tonight, and it's a shit show here, and it's slippery and icy, and I really hope it melts by tomorrow. By tomorrow. My voice is glitching. Maddie for $1.99. Thank you. Almost $700 more. This country is fucked. Oh yeah, no, I shit you not. I'm paying a fucking joke of an amount of money for this 2,100 square foot house. And I mean, granted, it's like a new construction, very nice area, but the amount I'm paying for it's disgusting. And they're raising it 700. I can't afford it. I just can't afford it. And they know that, like, there is nothing out there to rent for families. So what they have available, they jack up sky high. Lone Wolf for $5. Thank you. Fun box office collab video with Sean and Cody. Hope to see more collab videos from you down the road. Yes, Sean expressed interest in doing more collabs. I promised them I would come up with something for Sean, Cody, and myself to do on my channel. I told them I didn't want to do a live stream, though, because I think that does a disservice to the guests. Live streams typically only do 1,500 views, maybe 2,000 views. So I wanted to do something that they could actually be on the main show. I just haven't come up with anything yet. My channel doesn't really... It used to. Back in the Movie Feuds day, it was perfect for a guest because one person would take one movie, the other would take the other. And it was just a nice, easy way to flow the conversation and pit us against each other. I don't have that anymore. Murr came on for my Star Trek video. People loved seeing him, but people weren't exactly the happiest with how the video turned out because either it didn't flow that well or it's because he was reading dialogue I wrote him. So it just wasn't working quite how it should have. And that was my fault completely. Yeah. I have to come up with something. Yak for $5. Help for the haircut. Thank you. I appreciate that. Got a $2 super chat from Every Hole's a Goal. 69. Nice. Very, very nice. Very professional. I hope that's your email as well. Yeah, if you have any questions, if you want to inquire about anything, my personal professional email is everyholesaggoal69 at your mom's at Gmail. What's J-Lo, Adam Sandler, and Tyler Perry's worst ever? Oof. Well, as far as their catalogs are concerned, I definitely have the most familiarity with with Adam Sandler's. Jennifer Lopez, I've probably only seen 4 or 5 of her movies in total. Out of those, I would say This Is Me, ... now is hilariously bad. However, the documentary about the making of This Is Me, ... ellipses now might be worse. Although it's only, I think, like 45 minutes. Mainly because it's called The Greatest Love Story Never Told. And it's about how she had to marry and divorce 45 guys before falling in love with Ben Affleck the second time. But now they got divorced again, making the movie even more of a joke. That might be the winner. That might be the winner. Oh, I'm sorry. You had 2 others. Add it for $2. Jesus, what a bargain you're getting. Tyler Perry. Again, I'm not familiar with his game. The last movie I saw and reviewed was the worst I've seen from him. That Joe's Road Trip College Fiasco was atrociously bad. Legitimately horrible. Adam Sandler, I would have to say, of the movies I've seen a lot of his movies. I did have a good run where I just wouldn't go to any of his shit because it was so bad. God. I don't know if I have one that sticks out as being that atrocious. They're all just really the same movie over and over, like Mr. Deeds, Click, Waterboy, I think, is better than those. But there was that run of movies that just all felt kind of, even though the plot was different, the jokes all felt the same every time. You know what? I hated the one with Jennifer Aniston, that Netflix movie. They made a sequel to that too. Whatever that movie's called, I couldn't even get more than 15 minutes in. I said, fuck this. I'm not doing it. And obviously enough people love them because they made a sequel. Paul Bros for Never for $5.12 for $10 off the top rope. Someone I have been following for years had some health issues and is finally coming back to YouTube. Do you think it's possible to come back after being gone for months? Oh, yeah, you can always come back. If you have a huge following, especially, but even if you don't have much of a following, you're going to have people that enjoy you and obviously will be rooting for you and be happy when you come back to the scene eventually. It would definitely be hard if I just walked away from this tomorrow and came back in 3 months or 6 months. It would be very challenging for both A, to get back into the swing of it, and B, get the motivation to keep at it, because there's definitely going to be a massive drop in the numbers, and C, just understand that there's a lot of other people making content out there, and you might have been forgotten by a good chunk of your population, and that's okay. There's just a ton of noise all the time. That doesn't mean people don't care, though. They just have their own lives and their own issues and whatnot, and you're not the main character. But yeah, no, if it brings the person joy, definitely go back to it. Ya boy for $5. Any thoughts on Narnia series coming out this year? Really have high hopes, as the first Narnia movie is one of my childhood favorites. The Narnia movie, that's the one that's being directed by the Barbie chick, right? The Barbie, this is the professional critic of me talking right now. You know that broad that did the Barbie movie. Barbie movie director. What was her name? She did Little Women. Greta Gerwig. Is that the one you're talking about? The little bit I heard about it from her was that she was going to take it in a different direction, which I know is making a lot of fans of I think it's C.S. Lewis book series very, very concerned. I don't know. I'm not like a massive Narnia fan. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the first one was all right. I thought it was a pretty solid film, but they made a couple more. I don't even know if they actually finished that franchise. I feel like they lost a lot of the audience by the time the third one came around. But yeah, no, I don't know. Obviously Barbie was a massive hit, and Greta Gerwig has a lot of pull in Hollywood. So we'll see. Hopefully they do it right. $5 from Sergeant Rocco. Starfleet Academy. Delenda. I don't know what Delenda Est means. Am I supposed to understand that? Delenda Est? It's a Latin phrase mean Carthage must be destroyed. This is too highbrow for me. I'm too stupid to understand what any of that means. But all right on. Thank you for the $5 and for making me look like an idiot. Lone Wolf for $5. Thank you. I'm jealous. I miss snow. I miss the cold temps. It's February and it's already summer in Austin. Summer hits us from February to December. It sucks. I don't miss snow. I hate the snow and I hate the cold. I'm envious of you right now. One man's trash is another man's summer. And yeah, you can have my trashy snow if you want it. But it's about the kids. Got to move for the kids. Watso MD for $2. Thank you, Watso. Do you do anything special on Friday the 13th? No. Thank you for the super chat. No, man, I don't do anything special at all anymore. My days consist of working and then being a chauffeur for my kids. That is my day. I barely get to eat anymore. I ate lunch today at 3 p.m. That was my first meal. I don't even get my workouts in daily anymore, which really sucks because, when you're in your 40s, it's actually a lot easier to look shitty than it is to look great when you're in your 20s. That's something you learn on the fly. Zootopia 2 is way too far-fetched. Thank you, Howarth for 10 squiggly money. It would be the real world equivalent of a real estate magnate. Magnate? What are these words? Real estate magnate? Do you mean Mongol? Real estate, whatever. Conning his way into power by turning a population against an oppressed minority. Preposterous! Real estate, what the fuck are these words today? Magnate. A magnate is a person of great wealth. Am I pronouncing that right? Magnate? Magnate. Jesus Christ. You got a fucking thesaurus over here in the comments section today. All right. We got $5 from Merlin Troutman. Thank you, Merlin. I heard rumors Disney doing a new Pirates movie without Johnny Depp. I think that is a huge mistake considering how iconic he is to the franchise. They've been talking about this shit for years, though. They were going to have Johnny Depp, then they weren't going to have him. Margot Robbie was going to lead her own female Pirates movie. Jay Depp's going to be a side character with a lot less screen time, passing the torch. I don't know. At some point, these franchises are going to have to move on, though, because we're in the business of making money, friends, in Hollywood, in corporate America, corporate world that we live in. It's not about the art anymore. It's about just using that property for all it's worth. And so Pirates is very lucrative for Disney. They're not going to just let it stay dormant. Johnny Depp's no spring chicken anymore. How many more films can they get out of this guy even? I don't know. But yeah, they're eventually going to try to see if they can make something else work with it. I don't like it, but that's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. And yes, I agree with you. I think Johnny Depp, I mean, he really kind of made the Pirates what it is. That said, I also think, Elizabeth Swann is really good in that film. Whoever the hell Orlando Bloom plays, he's great. The whole cast is what really makes those movies special. And I think even the later movies not having some of those people in them, it does start to struggle when Johnny Depp gets more screen time. I always like Jack Sparrow as a strong supporting character, not the main character. So if they could get him in a smaller role, or maybe they do kind of pass the torch in a way that seems appropriate and it continues on this franchise in a solid direction, it could work. It could work. The other alternative is just not do anymore, and we know that's not going to happen. Random Guy for $4.99. Thank you, Random Guy. I want another vampire movie, this time set in 1890s Transylvania or Eastern Europe. Perfect opportunity for the classic tuxedo look to make a comeback. That would be fun. There was a Dracula movie that came out, I think, last month, and I didn't see it. I heard it was okay. There we got the thumbs up. I forgot the emojis are going. Somehow it comes up when I least expect it. Oh, there it is. Should we get some? Where are my things at? Reactions. Okay. I'm done. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. A classic vampire movie would be awesome. Nick Season for $10 again. Thank you. With much of my feeds being analog horror, I was curious if you have any creepy childhood memories or hair-raising nostalgia. I assume there's lots of creepy houses and basements in Minnesota. There are. I actually did. So my wife in college had to do an assignment where her and her friends did like a deep dive into a haunted house. And so there was a haunted house in Monticello. I assume it's still there, famously in Monticello, Minnesota. And you can take tours of it. And I don't believe in no ghosts. I'm not a superstitious person myself or a supernatural guy, although I love all that stuff. I think it's fascinating. I helped her with the project in college, and and by help I mean I basically did the project. I said it would be fun to do kind of a documentary style thing, and me and my buddies helped out with it. We did some filming. I have it on video. If I can, I will try to find a way to get that video ripped, and I'll put it on Patreon for the dollar tier members and higher. If I can figure out a way to do it, I will. I think we called it the haunting or the happening or something like that, something generic. It's kind of fun. I'm sure it looks like shit and it's terrible today, but it's at least something to laugh at. Regardless, I don't ever get scared of that stuff. But yeah, there's some famous scary places you can tour. There's one in Duluth that I've been to a couple times. I was more interested in all the pineapples inside the place because the pineapple is a welcoming statue. And apparently there was over 100 inside this house. So while this tour guide is blabbing on about fuck knows what, about some dude murdering his family in this place, and you can hear the pitter patter of feet and the ghosts and whatnot, I was like, yeah, is that a pineapple up there in the corner? I think that's another pineapple. Yeah. 45 checked off the list. Did I answer your question? I was curious if you have any creepy childhood memories or hair-raising nostalgia. I don't know if I personally have any I have a really funny, scary story. I don't think I've told this before. It's fast. But it wasn't me that got scared. It was my brother. And it was because my dad was a very a playful gentleman. So we were out at a baseball field. And everybody was gone. He was just throwing balls to us. We were hitting them, doing a little practice. And on our way out, I don't know why he did this, but we were going around a chain link fence to get out. And my brother was like a little on the huskier side. So he was like squeezing through this chain link fence. And my dad out of nowhere turns and has this shocking dead face on. And he goes, Jake, my brother's name's Jake. Jake, there's a huge dog. Hurry, run, run. And my brother freaks out. He never looks behind him, but he gets his jacket stuck and he's like scrambling to get off the ground. When he's not looking, my dad does this incredibly convincing dog barking. My brother, white as a sheet, fucking took off like a bat out of hell, tears pouring down his face. And my dad and I are just laughing our ass off. This is the kind of psychological torture I had growing up. My brother, he was never the same after that. He was never the same. So not necessarily a ghost story by any means, but there's still some psychological trauma there. Oh, it's a classic. We got a $2 for the Shockmaster. Sir, tears. The tears in his eyes. Sir, what are some guilty pleasures? I bring this up all the time, but I'm a Speed Racer fan. I thought the Wachowskis cooked everything in that movie. I love the Speed Racer movie. It's kind of a tearjerker, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting to feel things watching it, but if you haven't watched it, give Speed Racer a watch. It's a favorite of mine. It got destroyed by critics and audiences, but I eat it up. Other guilty pleasures. I see, it's so challenging because I just don't watch them anymore. When I was younger, I would watch some really dumb movies that I thought were great, like Undercover Blues, The Three Ninjas. Movies today, Undercover Blues is still probably fun, but Three Ninjas is horrible. But I've seen it probably 15 times, 20 times as a kid. Now, that's probably underselling. I probably saw it like 50 times as a kid. I don't have the luxury for guilty pleasures anymore because I'm always watching the new crap that comes out on streaming and movies. But the ones I think back on that I love to watch were what we called top shelf rentals at movie stores. They were some people had them on the bottom shelf, but they were the knockoff movies of real movies. It was essentially if AI were making movies and putting them on VHS, but with really shitty quality and acting. Well, yeah, some of that's accurate. That's what these would be. So Casper Van Dien was in a lot of them. He was in one called Python, which is hilariously bad. It's a ripoff of Anaconda. I bring up often the Billy Blanks Rowdy Roddy Piper movie, Tough and Deadly. Hilariously stupid film, but I ate it up. as a guy in college for sure. Lone Wolf for $2. Any thoughts on the Spider-Man Noir trailer? People are fucking glazing the hell out of that, aren't they? I thought it looked all right. I'm just so burnt out at this point, not of necessarily superhero stuff, but of these streaming platforms that turn everything into a series, and after about 2 episodes, it's clear they don't have enough material to last for another 8, and I just kind of fizzle out on them. Like, all right, that was kind of neat, but I'm over it now. Nicolas Cage, it's fun that he's in it, reprising his role now in live action. They didn't show a whole lot. I don't know. We'll see. I'll check it out, but my optimism for it is not near as high as a lot of others. I'm more interested in when we get the Across the Spider-Verse Part 2 in 2055 or whenever that's coming out. Zach D. Films for $1.99. Thank you. 50 Shades of Grey or The Strangers Trilogy? Oh, God. That's tough. Because at least with 50 Shades, I get to see Dakota Johnson in all her glory. But then I have to sit through 95% of the rest of those movies. I'm going to go with The Strangers. Because they're only an hour and a half each. They're so stupid, but they are at least fun to make fun of. The 50 Shades movies give you nothing, and they take from you everything. I roasted the first one on my channel. I might have roasted the first 2. You can look. I know I did the first one for show, and it's a very funny roast if I say so myself. Watso MD for $2. You plus Murr plus Tony review Krull for the fans. Yeah, I was very embarrassed. I didn't know his Krull weapon when he was on. Murr probably was like, well, fuck you, Adam. We're done. I thought I knew you. I did not. I've never seen Krull. I don't know the Krull verse. I don't know the Krull weaponry. Random guy for $4.99. Thank you. I prefer vampires being in Europe, specifically Eastern Europe. Definitely not New Orleans. By the way, Michael B. Jordan looks too youthful for my taste. I'm gonna ignore that you only put 1 O on 2 instead of 2, random guy, because you're usually very solid with your spelling and with your knowledge of random things. Michael B. Jordan looks too youthful for my taste. Okay. Just an aside. It is random. I'll give you that. Yes, Michael B. Jordan's much too youthful and spry. We got a $2. We got a $2 from Lone Wolf. You ever tell your bro in your infinite wisdom? Oh yeah, he knew. He knew. When he saw us laughing on the ground, he knew it was all a joke. But the damage was done. The damage was done. We got a $100 super chat, baby. There's another one. I don't know what is the A? What does the A mean? Does that mean American? Is that $100 American or $100 in some weird Czechoslovakian sort of currency that I've never heard of, and it's only actually worth 10 cents. Either way, thank you for the 100, whatever that is. Michael says, fan favorite Adam is back, baby. You're hilarious and awesome, and here's your money back, plus more for your Rockin' Robin shirt. That's amazing. Thank you. Australian. Well, thank you, mate. Put another shrimp on the bobby. Yeah, that Rockin' Robin shirt sent me back 25 bones. Bubba, what are you sending links to? Is this to the 50 Shades review? Bob Crenshaw for $5. Thank you. Are you looking forward to the Nick Cage John Madden flick? I did hear something about that. I haven't seen. I don't know if there's a trailer out yet or not, but no, I'm not looking to avoid it either. I'll check it out. I just Nicolas Cage is so hit and miss because he's in so much all the time. The guy's got to have the record for the most movies for an A-list celebrity that ever, probably. It's unheard of how many. Him and Samuel L. Jackson are in competition for sure. Okay, I think I caught up on the super chats. Tweedle-deedle-dee, skeedle-dee-dee, tweedle, fuck yourself. I am waiting for Dune Part 3. Yes, I am too. Every time I see a Dune movie, I have to remember what the hell happened in the last Dune movie. Holy hell, only 2 of us want to see Adam get owned by kids in Fortnite. Is that still what it says over on Twitch? I used to stream Fortnite, Mario Party, and a couple other things on Twitch. And so the last time I actually went over there and adjusted any of the settings, it probably said, watch me get owned by kids in Fortnite. That's crazy. Thank you, Agent Smith, for bringing that to my attention. I'll have Pepperidge, could you get on Twitch and update that for me? Or have Camden do it if you can't, Pepperidge. Appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks, doll. Show yourself out, then you're fired. I got a couple interns that just sit over in the corner there and they wait for me to give them commands. Fictitious, of course. They don't exist. Random Guy's back for $4.99, hopefully to apologize for his misspelling of 2 earlier. What I meant to say earlier is that Michael B. Jordan looks like a guy in his early 20s, not a grizzled World War I veteran. Back then, men looked like men. Did I miss where you said he was going to be in some movie where he's playing a war-torn vet? Let me look back. I must have missed your initial issue with it. No, I don't see, unless he was cast as something you're referring to, and I don't know. I don't know where this ageism's coming from with Michael B. Oh, Sinners. I got you, Sinners. I guess I didn't see the issue there. He seemed pretty grizzled to me, and his smoke and stack characters, they were pretty rough around the edges. He sold me on it. Yeah, I didn't see the issue. I guess I don't know. Maybe movies are so bad these days that I'm willing to overlook and forgive small discrepancies with age being a factor. Sinners 2025. Thank you for the clarification, Random Guy. Clarification, of course, short for clarification. MBJ is 39 years young. Well, I don't think the age is the problem. Random just thinks that he looks too youthful for the part that he's playing. Michael B's genes are too good. He's got a whole reverse Sydney Sweeney thing going on. Just watched your new movie theater rant. Fucking hilarious. So true. I go to Regal and have more bad than good experience because of people. Yeah, the Regal. I'm going to be honest with you. Cox on the table. That rant that I went on the other day, filmed it on Rumble Live, was that was basically pent up from last year, which is why I probably didn't sound as upset as I would have if it really came from the passionate, fueled rage that I would have had this been going on this year. Because the truth of the matter is the AMC by me is pretty chill, pretty clean, and I don't have a lot of problems because, again, there's usually like 4 people in the theater. So I do get a lot of like folks saying in the comments, I miss when you kill people fictitiously in your movie theater rants when you randomly talk about a movie. And the reason I haven't had to go on Rampage as much anymore is because there's just so little people going to the movies when I'm there. I kind of have the run of it myself. It's usually just my buddy and I and 4 or 5 other folks in total. But last year at the Regal in South Carolina, holy shit, it was horrible. Horrible. Why is my wife texting me this time? You missed Lone Wolf Super Chat, dude. She calls me dude. It's weird. Lone Wolf. For $2, what was your favorite last Nick Cage film, Adam? I apologize for missing that earlier. What was your favorite last Nick Cage film? He did one with Pedro Pascal, I think 2 years ago. Forgot the name of it. One of you will know, or a bunch of you will know. What was the one he did with Pedro Pascal? That was all right. No, Renfield was okay, but it had Awkwafina, which ruined everything. Renfield could have been good, but it focused way too much on stupid Awkwafina. It was him and Pedro Pascal, and Nick Cage played himself in the movie. Does no one remember this fucking film? Nick Cage, Pedro Pascal movie. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It came out in 2022. Okay, someone was saying it right. Oh, there we got a couple. Now they're coming in. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Not amazing, but it was a fine watch. I don't know if I saw anything else since with him that I thought was great. Awkwafina got absolutely destroyed in your Crow review. Did she? She's not even in the Crow. Did I just randomly bring her up and start bitching about her? I haven't seen her in a minute. There was the summer of Awkwafina where she was in 15 movies, and now I don't see her ever, and it's so nice. She was the female Pauly Shore for me. Couldn't stand her. I heard someone mention Pig with Nicolas Cage. I did not see that one. I heard it was very good. I didn't see Willy's Wonderland either. Strangers Chapter 3 or Joe's College Road Trip? Strangers Chapter 3. Strangers Chapter 3 is funnier than Joe's College Road Trip. Even if it's unintentionally funny, it's still funnier. Random, $4.99, thank you. The last great Dracula show was the 2020 Netflix show. The first 2 episodes were good, but the third one lost me. But jumping to modern times, as I'm guessing what you were going to say there. Yeah, he doesn't like... Random needs it to stay in the the 1800s. That's where he likes to live. Not this newfandangled Dracula bullshit where he's on OnlyFans, he's showing off his fangs, he's getting in the blood tub, and the ladies are giving him money. Well, let's be honest, it's OnlyFans. It's guys giving him money. He's on Tinder. He's on Grindr. It's just got too infused with modern technology. It doesn't work with Dracula. I was going to ask if they've made any movies like that where it's the old school monsters set in modern times and it's a comedy, but then I realized there's like 5 Hotel Transylvania films, and that's essentially what they are. Adam, is your new favorite female pop star Olivia Dean? I don't know who that is. Olivia Dean? British singer and songwriter. I'm not familiar with her work. I might have to check her out. The new one that I'm into for the female pop singers, and I don't even know if she's actually a real person or if she's just some AI generated thing now, is Freya Sky. She doesn't have that many songs, but I'm in. I like her stuff. Why Do You Have to Call is a jam and a half. So I'm into Freya Sky. Where did my thing go? I lost my live stream because I was moving around. Oh, here we go. Nick Season for $5 says, sorry, I mixed up Aquafina and fucka twigs. FKA twigs. Pretty please say fucka twigs one more time. Yes, FKA twigs. Fucka twigs. The whole movie of The Crow. She's just, my lips are big and my mouth is open the whole time. Where are you going, Crow? Back to Croatia again? I'll be here. Yeah, that movie sucked. The Crow was so bad. And yeah, fucka twigs. She was the worst. Justin Mohan, do you have a background in comedy? No, I have a foreground in comedy. That's a bad joke. No, I don't have any background in comedy. Random guy for $4.99. Yeah, the show was in this guy. Yeah, the show was initially set in the 1890s, and then out of nowhere, time skips to the 21st century. It caught me off guard. That's all. This random guy is pissed about this time skip. If Michael B. Jordan was in this show, holy shit. I think random guy would be going off. You remind me of Dane Cook, only more funny. Oh, thank you. I didn't mind Dane Cook. He got a bad rap. A lot of people really turned. Dane Cook was, I mean, you want to talk about a star being burnt out fast. I felt like that guy, he's the Limp Bizkit of comedians. They both had these massive rises to stardom. Durst was probably getting some of the nookie from the Spearses and the Christina Aguileras out there at some point. I won't be surprised. Dane Cook was, dipping his cook in different things, and they were making tons of money. Cook was in a couple awful movies. Waiting was all right. I don't mind Waiting. He did that really bad one with Jessica Alba. Good Luck Chuck, I think. I don't fucking remember. But then it was like overnight, everyone turned on him. I don't know if he did something, if he was ripping off material, or it just felt like he was just instantly shadow banned from the world. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Are you a Counting Crows fan? Yeah, I like some of their songs. I always get confused, though, between their music and Goo Goo Dolls. And I don't even know if they even sound the same. It's just they kind of were around at the same time. And I only really knew of their radio hits. I never really sat down and listened to the Goo Goo Dolls or Counting Crows. What's the one that they always joke about on Community? There's a band that they bring up like 3 or 4 different times, and they viciously defend the band if anybody gives them a hard. Oh, I think is it Bare Naked Ladies? No, I don't think it's Bare Naked. I can't remember who it is, but they have a hilarious bit where they. Oh, it is. Is it Bare Naked Ladies? BNL. That's right. I think they do the acronym in there. Oh, it's so good. Mr. Jones and me. BNL. Any thoughts on the Monarch series? I have not seen it. All I know is it's in the Godzilla Monsterverse, but I don't have any thoughts. I know Tony from Hack the Movies said it was all right, but it got worse as it went on, which seems to be the trend. Hey there, Delilah. Is Hey There, Delilah one of those bands? That's a different band, isn't it? I probably heard a different cover. Oh, Plain White T's does Hey There, Delilah. That's a good song. I get them confused with the Plain White T's. There's just bands that are like that for me. The Plain White T's, Death Cab. What is it? Death Cab for Cutie, Dashboard Confessionals, Modest Mouse. Some of those bands that are a little bit more, not instrumental. The drums seem to be missing more often. What's that called? Acoustic? Oh yeah, Blues Traveler. Okay, all right, yeah. What was their big song? I can't remember what their. I know Blues Traveler. I just can't remember. There was Blues Traveler. There was the Mighty Mighty Bostons or Bostones. Ooh, big question here. Who's more famous between you, Cody Leach, and Tony? Well, Cody has the most subscribers, and I know he's had a lot of horror directors and people on in the past. So I would say he's definitely the biggest of the three. I would say I'm probably the least, even though I've just completely dwarfed Hack the Movies in terms of numbers and views. I think Tony is definitely more famous. Not only was he in The Dark Knight Rises, which everybody is familiar with his performance in that film, but he also was big with Cinemassacre for a while, and he branched off from that. And I think a lot of those fans are very passionate about what they do. They go to a lot of conventions. Cody goes to a lot of conventions. I've been to a total of 2. One of them was just recently at Minnesota, which I also have a video to edit from like 8 months ago still for Patreon. And I went to MegaCon with Sean and Cody like 3 years ago at this point. I wish we could have done that again. I had a blast with that, but alas, it wasn't meant to be. Watso for $4. Thank you. You should check out Landman. You would dig it. That is with That's with Billy. What the fuck's his name? Billy Bob Thornton. Is that his name? Billy Bob Thornton. That can't be right. Is it Billy Bob Thornton? Why does it sound so weird to say right now? It is Billy Bob Thornton. Why is it? The name sounds so stupid. I know Billy Bob Thornton got a new show called Landman out. I was in a movie with Bruce Willis one time. What the fuck was that movie called? It was a good movie too. All right, what was the movie with Billy Bob Thornton, Bruce Willis, and I believe there was a woman in it too, but I can't remember who it was. And he is a great actor. Yes, he is. I shouldn't make fun of his name. Oh God, what was that called? And I think they stole something, and I believe it was based on a true story, and they were hiding out in a house. That's all I have for you. Billy Bob Thornton, Bruce Willis. No, it was not Hudson Hawk there, smart guy. It was not Hudson Hawk. Yeah, it was a bank robber movie. Bandits. There it is. Bandits. Who is the woman in that? I could look it up, but I like talking with you guys and someone answering it for me. Fraud, green tomatoes. What is the line from Sling Blade? Something potatoes. Oh, it's Kate Blanchett that's in that? Okay, all right. I only know the Santa one and Sling Blade. Yeah, he's in Bad Santa 1 and 2. Sling Blade, of course. I missed one. Random guy for $4.99. Littlefoot would have never met Sarah because in real life, Littlefoot would have lived 80 to 90 million years before Sarah. What are we talking about? Is this a Land Before Time reference? What the fuck is the context of this? Sarah, Sarah, are you talking about from the Land Before Time? Her name isn't spelled Cera, right? If we... Oh my God, it's spelled Cera? What? What? I never knew that. Holy shit. Was that your subtle ass way of slipping that little knowledge in? Because you know most people don't think Sarah is spelled Cera, and you just came up with this whole 80, 90 million years as a front? Well played, sir. I learned something new today. If we hold on forever, Our fucking dreams will never die. Great song. 8,000 Pammy. Oh, my wife told me to stop singing. I'll never stop. I'll never stop. $6.99 from Pammy. No question. Just a big thank you for the fun content. You are welcome. Lone Wolf for $2. Thank you. We need a hot take challenge with you, Sean and Cody. Oh, that would be fun. I could do a hot take, but that's Sean's thing. He does the hot takes or whatever. Jason for $2. Did you like the box office draft? Like your chances. I had a great time doing the box office draft with those guys. I thought it was a ton of fun. I don't know. Listen, I went in I think all my picks are fantastic. I am a little bit like, it would have been so easy to just say Avengers Doomsday because I had the number one pick. The context here, for those of you that don't know, is I did a movie draft with Sean and Cody on Sean Chandler's channel, and we had 5 or 6 rounds of picks, and I got to go first sometimes, Sean got to go first sometimes, Cody got screwed, and he was in the middle for all of them. It was just based on a random pull of the number. But I had the very first pick, and the goal was to pick movies that we thought were going to do the best at the box office, and then whoever has the highest total overall is the winner, of course, and then the losers will have to do some sort of a sad ritual at their choosing. I picked Michael for my first draft pick. I could have gone Avengers Doomsday and pretty much secured a very high-grossing movie, but I really thought the Michael Jackson movie was going to do massive numbers. I just think it is. But it was very much a dangerous gamble. My other ones are incredibly safe picks, though. It's all like Disney and Illumination crap. I think my chances are okay. I think I've secured second, but I would really like to secure first. Random for $4.99 again. Thank you. Yes, The Land Before Time, 1988. Yes, Littlefoot would never have met Petrie, nor Ducky, nor Sharptooth, but he would have met Spike. I love Spike. Spike was like my favorite character. He's just this fat, lumbering oaf who ate all the tree stars. He was great. I mean, not the tree stars. He was eating all the leaves. They were following a tree star. Please don't correct me. Zach Films for $1.99. Adam, I'm begging you, watch The Ginger Dead Man. What? Oh my God. The name alone just sounds like something that's definitely a masterpiece. Oh, by the way, as far as the singing goes, listen, if you have no self-respect or shame, like I clearly don't, it's not an issue for me. I don't feel embarrassment because I'm already such an embarrassment in the eyes of pretty much everyone that knows me. But I was looking at some comments like I shouldn't have been doing. And for the first time in my Star Trek recaps, there was some negativity. And it was on the video, which is now titled Star Trek Starfleet Recap, the Cisco Cut, where I did a lot of singing of the thong song. It was a reoccurring joke because one of the characters in that episode's name was Cisco, and I said it always reminds me of the thong song. Ooh, that girl's so scandalous. So I was singing it, and I would sing it less as the show went on, kind of like punctuating the joke. It didn't work for some people, and they made it clear in the comments, don't ever sing again. I hate your singing. Unsubscribe. This guy sucks. I just wanted you to roast the show, not sing. Okay, all that said, I put out a separate version a day later with no Cisco cut, no singing at all. All right? That video got 14,000 views and got me 107 subscribers. The other Cisco cut video got me 22,000 views and 244 subscribers. So now I'm thinking, fuck you. If you don't like my crappy singing that I throw in for comedic purposes once in a while, I don't care. Other people appreciate it, and I'm not going to hold back on being myself. It's what makes me me and separates me from some of the other pretty much all the other. What other content creator is out there, especially a movie critic, who constantly acts like a jackass and has no problem making fun of himself as much as he makes fun of others? That's my thing. And so, yeah, you may not like it. You might not want to hear it, but it's going to happen, Captain. And that goes for my wife if you're listening. You may not like it. You may not find me sexually attractive in any sense of the word. Hey, but you're stuck with me, babe. You're stuck with me. Subscribe. If we hold on. All right, I'm done. We got a $2 super chat. So good. We got a $1.99 super chat. Thank you. Infuction is a W term. Yes, that was in my rant today. I said of inflation, it should be called infuction, because that's what it feels like is happening to me every time I go to purchase any of my groceries. Or in the instance I brought up, a Coca-Cola Classic for almost $9 at the AMC. Thanks, bye. Won't be getting any more Coca-Cola Classics there. Ariana for $2 says, I came for the reviews. I stayed for the karaoke. I like it. Hot. Rock and Rolla for $5. Thank you. Fan favorite movie critic Jack Ass Baby. Here's another one. Lindsay, just say in response, fine, then I'll get a divorce. That'll show you. Don't give her ideas. Strong female lead. And for the YouTube live stream, quite frankly, it's about time. I haven't done a strong female lead in a fortnight. When's the next strong female lead film? It's been a minute. Excited for the Scrubs revival in a week's time. Seen the trailer for it. I saw the teaser trailer. I know they released a full one. I'm not watching it because I want to go in fresh. But I am excited for the Scrubs revival. I'm very excited. Found you during the new Alien Earth TV show. Yeah, that was an experience, and all our favorites are coming back. They've renewed Alien Earth for a second season. They renewed All's Fair for a second season, and they renewed, well, I believe Starfleet Academy already had Starshit. It already has a second season renewed. So it's all happening, guys. You look like my gross anatomy professor from med school. Thanks. Dick. No. Adam, you suffered for us with Alien Earth. I did. I suffer for my craft. Starfleet Academy. I saw some comments on, I think, my 4th or 5th Starfleet episode, and some people were like, Starfleet Academy's fine, or Starcrap Academy, or Starfleet Acrapamy. Those are all good, but someone I watched had the brilliant one that wins, which was Starfleet Academy, and I couldn't respond because there was a bunch of them, but basically I was dying inside because I said Starfleet Academy on the 2nd episode, I think. Bastards. Dude, I don't even watch movies, but I found your channel and can't stop watching. WVids, keep it up. I can finally achieve climax. Maybe chat one day too. That's awesome. I love hearing that. Thank you. All right, my friends, we are at an hour and 11 minutes. I usually go a little over an hour, and if things start to slow down, I show myself out. I think I got all the super chats out of the way. Angry Joe, did he say Starfleet Academy and now everybody gave him credit for it? I liked Angry Joe's stuff. I haven't watched it in many, many years, but he was always very fun. I remember getting a ton of enjoyment out of his older angry review videos that he would do. Thanks, Adam. See you next time. Thank you, Christopher. Yeah, I think we'll wind it down. So upcoming videos. Oh wait. Do you have any Night of the Seven Kingdoms content? No, I was gonna watch it, and then I thought I got enough on my plate. I'm not gonna bother, and I don't really care to watch it. I just didn't think much of House of the Dragons. I didn't finish that series, and Game of Thrones obviously went to hell in a handbasket at the end. So I didn't bother. Oh, we got a $2 from Lone Wolf. Thank you. Any thoughts on the God of War castings? I haven't seen those. Did they announce God of War casting? I saw they announced the new trilogy, the remake, which I'm excited for in 2029 or whenever that comes out. And that new God of War side-scrolling game doesn't really do much for me, but that's cool. I did not know they had a casting for it. It's good. House of the Dragon became mid, but I promise Knights is good. All right. Well, maybe someday I'll be able to check it out. Adam, in all seriousness, I just want to tell you, good luck. We're all counting on you. Very nice. I love a good airplane reference. You know me. God of War Sons of Sparta is hella fun. I'm a massive fan of Metroidvania games. I played through the last couple Prince of Persia games that were side scroller, like, go here. Well, the last Prince of Persia was more of a roguelite, roguelike, which was okay. But the previous one was a Metroidvania, and I thought it was really good. And there was another one before that was kind of similar to Prince of Persia, which was even better. I forgot the name of it. There was a Strider game from years ago that was kind of like that. I love Guacamelee 1 and 2. So I'm a big fan of that style of game. I didn't think the look of the new God of War was very interesting, though. It looked very washed out. And I know that's an intentional choice. It just didn't do much for me, but perhaps in motion it looks better. Maybe I'll get it when it goes on sale. Because I do really like that game style. The OG God of War trilogy is way better than the new shite. I like both. I do agree. I prefer the more arcadey, more action-heavy button mashing style of games than the new, Souls type of games. But I like them both quite a bit. Let's see. So I'm gonna put a poll out tomorrow, or maybe tonight after the stream. I'll put one up. It doesn't matter. I'll put a poll out and ask which movie you guys want to see reviewed, and then I'll try to make that a priority tomorrow if I even go to one. You have the Star Trek Starfleet Academy Episode 7 recap coming up tomorrow afternoon after I watch and review that thing. What else? So that, a review. Patreon, I have 2 videos in the works for the $10 tier level. And I think that's it for right now. Then I'm just going to have to figure out my fucking life, right? I have to figure out more content because you got to keep it going for the algorithm. It needs to be fed all the time. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys. This was a ton of fun. Again, I would appreciate it if you could find me on Rumble. I'm not a... Listen, Rumble's not I'm not pushing the site Rumble, okay? I'm a YouTube guy. This is my family. But the guys behind the scenes got me a really great deal on ad reads. So if you can get on one of those live streams, I'm going to be doing one tomorrow where I do a live recap of Star Trek Starfleet Academy Episode 7. And that's kind of fun, I think, to watch the process for some people. So definitely just sign on to it when you see me go live. You don't have to watch. I just need the views to get that ad read out. And then it'll help pay for my move at some point if I can do it enough times. All right, that's all I got. Thank you guys very much. Take care. See you soon.